someone to scroll. What is up, you guys? It's Violet Taylor here, and welcome back to Let's Catch a Vibe. Now, I hope everyone's feeling great, feeling amazing, feeling vibey. As you guys can see, this is my review of episode 1 of Secret Invasion. Now, I believe this one's called Retribution, I think. But anyway, pretty much, I'm going to try not to give spoilers in this episode. There isn't really any spoilers in this episode. Pretty much it's just an introduction to what we're going to be getting into. So I want to first start off with some shout outs to the cast. So we have Emilia Clarke in this that plays Gaia. Really good performance from her. We know she's a good actress from when she was in Game of Thrones. We have Cobie Smulders as Maria Hill. She's back, really good. Again, we've pretty much followed her for from what we've seen her for the last 10 years. Obviously, badass mother Samuel Jackson's back as Nick Fury. Bit more grizzled. Obviously, after the blip, a lot of things have happened to him. So, yeah, Samuel Jackson's a bit different in this one. We have Kingsley Ben-Adir, who plays Gravik. He's a Skrull. He's pretty much the enemy that we're going to be focusing on in Secret Wars. We got Ben Mendelsohn, who plays Talos. So he's back playing Talos. We have Olivia Colman as Sonya Falsworth. She's pretty much someone that I'm going to talk about in a minute when we go into pretty much how the episode went. Martin Freeman comes back as Everett Ross. Really good character. I liked him in Black Panther. And I like he's kind of taking up the Phil Coulson role at the moment. And obviously we got Don Cheadle back as James Rhodes. But yeah, pretty much, did I like this episode? Yes. I'm a big fan of the old-fashioned espionage, spies, stuff like that, like The Man from U.N.C.L.E., James Bond, stuff like that. But anyway, pretty much we focus in on this episode. So we pretty much catch up with Everett Ross at the beginning of this episode. Now, he's gone to see somebody from S.H.I.E.L.D. that used to work from S.H.I.E.L.D. Or whatever organization's around after S.H.I.E.L.D. has been disbanded. But pretty much he gets information from somebody that's saying, basically all these attacks that have been happening recently are connected. And obviously Everett Ross is a bit okay, well, not really buying it. You got to show me some evidence. So pretty much this guy pulls out a flash drive where it pretty much fills up all these plans for all these bombs and attacks. Anyway, a scuffle happens. The guy that Everett Ross went to go and see dies. And there's a bit of a chase sequence. Pretty much, again, we come to find out that Everett Ross is a Skrull. Or has, pretty much been taken over by a Skrull. Now, the way this works is the Skrulls are shapeshifters. Now, they can take your physical appearance, but I believe there's a thing they do where they have to, again, I'm trying to remember in the comic books, there's a lot of knowledge here from the comic books. They can pretty much take your thoughts, and that's when it's hard to tell who's a Skrull and who's not. Except if you're like Wolverine, where you can smell, and certain people with telekinesis and telepath, they can usually tell who's a Skrull. But yeah, anyway, pretty much we end up coming into Talos, was the guy that was chasing down Everett Ross in the chase sequence. We catch up to Maria Hill. Now, I can't really say I'm the biggest fan of Maria Hill. She's been cool, what we've seen her in, but she ain't really been part of the main thing since S.H.I.E.L.D. disbanded. But anyway, pretty much we find out that Nick Fury has returned to Earth. Yeah, people, after the blip, pretty much people didn't see him. He went off world, was building up the orbital space station Saber. They pretty much monitor threats before they come to Earth, so they try and intercept them, find out what's going on. So yeah, pretty much Nick Fury's back to Earth, back to work, trying to find out what all this is about. Basically, we find out that Nick Fury had an agreement with the Skrulls that he was going to find them a home world. Obviously, some rebels or some part of the group got done waiting, so that's why there's a bit of this terrorist thing going on, because pretty much Gravik, I think his name's Gravik, pretty much he's trying to take over Earth. Essentially, he's had enough. He wants Earth to become his permanent home. So yeah, pretty much we have that. So we end up finding out that Nick Fury goes to see this woman. Pretty much they had a bit of a thing back in the day, like, you know, whether they used to work together or share information. So Nick Fury goes to see this woman. They try and say that he was kidnapped and that he's old and everything like that, but this is Nick Fury. This is the man that had plans and was like 4 steps ahead of people, like in the in the old MCU. Anyway, but yeah, pretty much we find out, yeah, Nick pretty much plants a bug so he can leave there and pretty much, you know, find out exactly what's happening in their secret meetings and that. Moving away from that, we do discover pretty much that Talos, his wife, died. And Gaia, his daughter, is pretty much working for the terrorists. But obviously she has a bit of a run-in with her father later on, and she finds out that actually her mother was killed for the people that she was working for. So there's a bit of a thing like that, whether she's going to help or whether she's going to be part of the team. Because obviously she's in the enemy or the rebellion, I should say. She's in the rebellion at the moment. So whether she's going to feed information to her father Talos, we don't know. And yeah, we get a bit of a thing where we find out where the attack's happening. Obviously, the whole episode takes place in Moscow. I remember when Nick Fury went to go and visit the woman. Again, I'm going to call her the woman because I forgot her name. But yeah, pretty much we find out that he was asking about... there was certain chemicals that were stole from a black site, I believe in Kazakhstan. So yeah, Nick Fury's trying to ask around about that. She doesn't know, but clearly we know she knows. What else? Yeah, honestly, we get the climax at the end of the episode. Somebody does die. Not really going to give you the spoiler for it. You're going to have to go and watch it. But overall, also, yes, the Skrulls, which is funny, I like this. The Skrulls are immune to radiation, so they're actually hiding out in one of the, like, melted down, pretty much like a, what do you call it? Like, you know, like Russia, what was it? Chernobyl, like, you know, like Chernobyl, where there was like a meltdown. They're hiding out in like a nuclear, power plant, that's it. Because obviously they're immune to the radiation, which is pretty cool. I liked that detail. But overall, that's it, really. I mean, again, this is just a setup. Usually the first episode's usually like, boom. I know they usually say, it usually takes, 3 episodes? If they don't grip you by the 3rd episode, it pretty much like, it's not for you, essentially. But did I like this episode? Yeah, like, I'm going to like this. I can tell I'm going to like this Secret Invasion. There's a lot of things going around. There is a couple of, like, keywords in here. We do get to hear about the blip, the Easter egg. When Nick Fury's talking to that woman, she pretty much says, like, Thanos' snap taught you that there are people that are always bigger and better and more prepared than you. So that was nice to hear that they are referencing, like, Thanos, the Avengers in here and stuff like that. But yeah, pretty much, again, some really, really cool like espionage and stuff like that. I'm intrigued to see where it is. Now, these are going to be airing weekly, every Wednesday. There is only 6 episodes, so we're only 5 left. So yeah, I am intrigued to find out what happens. But anyway, I know this probably wasn't much of a review because there wasn't really much that happened in the episode. But anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to smash the like button. If you did enjoy the video, let me know in the comments down below why you didn't like the video. Also, let me know, again, not really much spoilers, but let me know if you guys are going to be enjoying this, or can you see yourselves just watching this 1 episode and then you're out. But pretty much, if you are new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you're new and join Team Let's Catch a Vibe. Also, if you are new, please don't forget to push on the bell notifications to get notified as soon as I upload. But more importantly, don't forget to stay vibey. Who's that Skrull? Peace.